I still have my music playing. Sorry. Welcome to Virtual Voices.
Welcome,
How y'all
everybody.
doing?
Last night of the week. It's Friday night, and we feeling right and tight. Hey, it's Leah in the place to be, and JRose, because you already know it's your favorite dynamic duo, bringing it to you live from our living rooms or. My boyfriend's
I'm in a hotel. I'm in a hotel, guys. All right, don't judge me. Well, I'm in a hotel because I was in Atlanta last week and I was filming season 2 of the JRose experience. So when I got back, I decided to just stay in a hotel for a few days, kind of quarantine, make sure I get tested for COVID before I go home to my family, my kids, my parents who are elderly. So I'm trying to be precautious, nothing wrong with that.
Follow JRose's lead, okay? If you guys are going and endangering people around you or traveling, that's the way to do it. Get yourself a nice little quarantine spot until you get it situated.
I'm loving it. I kind of want to, I'm like, can I live here? Like, I don't got to, it's so quiet. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so we got some really dope shit going on. We got some fun commercials for you guys later on, some cool things announcements we always like to make. But yeah, what's the rules and regulations, my girl?
Okay, rules and regulations, familia. All right, so first and foremost, this is a safe space. This is a space where we allow vulnerability to be expressed in all art forms. We allow all types of people, all types of genders or non-genders, all types of races, all types of ages, all types of locations from all over the world. And we pride ourselves on the fact that this has been a safe space since day one. So we ask you guys, please, to be respectful of one another. Keep the commentary positive. It's never been a problem. So we're hoping it continues as such. Just remember that this is a pro everything space, pro LGBTQ, pro Black Lives Matter, pro everything. So if you feel some type of way about that, then this is not the show for certainly not. Certainly not. And we would hate to serve you that way. So moving on. We ask that you do your work, do your performance, whatever that may be, singing, comedy, musician, dancing. We've had it of all kinds. We ask that you keep it under 5 minutes. And we do that so that we can do a second round, run it back at the end of things. If the backstage is full after you are complete, after you have finished, we ask that you exit the StreamYard and that you tune in on Facebook, which is my next rule and regulation. For those who are on Facebook or YouTube and you want to perform, drop a mic in the comments. Jay and I will make sure to say that multiple times. And we also ask that you interact, Facebook, YouTube community, interact in the comments. If you hear a bar that you like, if something made you laugh, something made you cry, you're feeling any type of way, drop it in the comments so that everybody can see. We try to make this show as interactive as possible. That's why JRose has gone through all types of graphic, technical lengths to create the most interactive show that we can have with you guys.
Trying.
Yes. And for those who don't know, you can follow / like the Rose Garden event page on Facebook and YouTube. And that is where all the playback shows will be, as well as the live streams. So if you like it and you follow it, then it'll notify you when we go live, and then you don't have to worry about it next week. And trust me, you're going to want to come back after next week. We also ask that you follow one another. Jay does a great job at making sure that everybody's social media handles and information is posted on the bottom of the screen as they perform. We also include all performers, including ourselves, Venmo and Cash App. You know, it's hard out here for a lot of us in this pandemic. We understand. But if you have it and you feel like tipping, you feel like telling somebody financially that you appreciate what they did up here on the virtual mic, then by all means throw them some love on the Cash App, Venmo, whatever you got. It's really important that we follow one another and that we like one another's stuff, and that like both physically, click, and emotionally. Follow one another. We got to continue to expand our network, our beautiful community that has flourished through virtual voices. If you are a musician, actually anybody, we ask that you stay close to your microphone. Yes, if you are able to, try to sound check before, get on your camera or whatever get on a FaceTime, whatever you need to do, make sure that you sound okay, because just the one of the small cons of this virtual thing is that the sound quality obviously doesn't live up to a live performance. So we want to make sure that people hear you. So stay close to the mic. If you need to double check if you're heard and do a 5-second check, just let us know. And again, if you want to perform, drop a mic in those comments. Jay and I are constantly changing and evolving this show, adding things, changing things. We recently brought to you guys our virtual, our physical unblocked journal. And we'll be talking, there it is! It's so beautiful.
It is so pretty. Look at
how beautiful it is.
There's games. So beautiful.
It's so amazing, and we want to get it out to as many people as possible, not for the sake of sales, but for the sake of making this a community exercise. We want to do these prompts with you. We want to share them, and honestly, we put in a hell of a lot of effort during this quarantine to get this together. We can't wait to find that this is yet another way to bring our community together throughout the nation, throughout the world. So we'll be talking about that, of course, unapologetically throughout the evening. And I believe that wraps it up for the rules and regulations.
Yay! Thank you, Leah. Now, guys, when you hear Leah call you up to the stage, that means to get ready to perform. But when you hear her say on deck, that means you got to get ready, because you are the person after the person that's coming to the stage, if that makes any sense. I hope it makes sense. So for those of you backstage, I'm going to add you guys onto the screen. If you're on camera, I'm going to add you to the screen. Hi.
Hey.
Hey, look at Jay. Shout out to Jay the Poet, who is one of our winners last week, 2 weeks ago when we did our giveaway.
Yes, it was so much fun.
So yay! Oh, look, we got Hans. Hans is tuning in on Facebook saying, what up, Hans?
I know you've seen Hans, but I haven't seen Hans in a hot minute. What up, Hans? Good to see you. We got our regulars coming in. We got everybody. Guys, get on into the virtual stage with us. Get on in. We're waiting for you.
Let's get it popping.
Hey.
Yeah, let's get it popping. Also, everybody, speaking of Facebook and comments and everything, those who are performing, if you have a Facebook, YouTube, any type of social media, share the live stream videos. Share the live stream Facebook video, and then all of your family and friends can also comment. And what's good, Hans? And all of your family and friends can comment as well. I literally just did that. I shared it myself. My family loves to tune in. So hopefully y'all got some people who are down to come through to the virtual tonight.
If you're watching and you want to perform and you didn't sign up in advance, just drop your IG name and your and a microphone, and then I'll slide into your DMs like the professional that I am. Like this. This is how I'm gonna slide in your DMs, and I'll send you a link on how to join the studio.
Yes.
Let's get this shit popping.
Yes, let's get it popping indeed. So let's see what we got coming to the stage right now. Let me just
I've been working on a.
Yes, let's get it popping and deep.
Wait, is that you?
I don't know what's happening. Somebody is on my voice. I hear it twice.
I know they must have been on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a little piece that I've been working on. You guys have been hearing it over and over again, but I've been adding to it little by little. So let's do that so that Jay the poet can get ready because she's on deck. And then we can go, back to our regularly scheduled program. Sounds good?
Okay, so I gotta do a dramatic introduction. Even though she just introduced herself, and we'll probably do another round later. But anyway, for those who don't know, it's my co-hostess with the mostest. She's a personality. She's an entrepreneur. She's got multiple things going on at all times. She just got back from Atlanta. She's been holding me down through all of quarantine with this virtual open mic. And she is somebody who I admire and I consider a sister from another mister. So I think I know what poem this is that she's been working on. So everybody give it up with a warm virtual round of applause for JRose.
I'm so glad with you. She's so extra with her introductions. Let me tell you. So I've been working on this piece. It's like a semi-erotic piece. It is an erotic piece, actually. I don't know why I've been in kind of that zone. I've been working on it. I performed it a few times, but I started adding to it. So this is the latest version. I hope y'all like it. And it's titled Mindfuck. What a great way to start virtual voices. So a sapiosexual is someone who is sexually attracted to a person's intellect or their mind before their appearance. See, I'm a sapiosexual, which means that my arousal arises when I cross paths with an intellectual. So it's inevitable that I'd hunger for the slices of your thoughts that are most delectable. I want to lick between the crevices of your brain matter while you rub your fingers on my pink matter, because, baby, it's more than your brains that matter. It's your brain that matters. And nothing turns me on more than mind strokes of thought-provoking conversations that hit deep into my sweet spot. I want to straddle your cerebrum like a seat of consciousness, waking up every cell in your body as I rub my curiosity against the ripples of your cortex, dripping my theory of relativity all over your thoughts of ecstasy equals my cum squared, because every time we have a conversation, you reach deep into the root of my brainstem, and baby, I come there. Let me sip on your pre-thoughts while you run your fingers through my hair, causing my heart to beat harder and my legs to shake faster. You think I was possessed. Baby, just show me your mind and I'll show you mine, colliding our minds, exploding like mines. Show me your Big Bang Theory and I'll show you the galaxy thighs dripped in Milky Way skies. I gotta finish this piece.
Stop it. I was waiting. I was like, yes. What happens next?
I end it right when I'm like getting really, really like heavy into the wordplay. I'm sorry, guys, but that's just my little piece.
I've been keeping us on our toes over here.
Listen. Oh, let me get my big face off the screen.
Everybody, give it up for our hostess with the mostest, JRose.
Love you guys.
I don't know about that one, but we win and we lose some. I mean, for the JRose comment. But all right, y'all. So we got some beautiful people here tonight. It is another majestic evening all across the globe. Particularly, New York City is looking quite majestic with the dust colors happening right now. We have a sky, a deep blue going on. So I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are feeling all the love tonight, because we ain't got nothing but love for you. So we're going to keep it moving and grooving as we do every Friday night virtual voices with Leah B and JRose. We got our girl, Mecca J Woods, on deck. But coming to the mic right now. Let's give it up for our Unblocked Journal winner, the one, the only Jay the Poet!
Yay!
What's up, y'all? It's been a while.
She's got like my favorite wall ever with her purple.
I try to give you a different angle each time, see something different.
I love it.
So I was working on this project for a while. My friend's birthday came up. So I made her like a little collection of all my poetry. So I revisited, rewrote, redid some poems. And so this is one of them, and I want to share it with you guys. All right, so I changed the title from what it used to be. Now it's called Teddy Bear. And it goes, remember in the beginning when I was head over heels for you, when I held you up on a pedestal. Remember those times where you had to break the news to me, the news that remember all those times that I forgave you because I do. Remember when you first told me I love you and I felt it was true. Remember after everything we went through, how I finally figured out I loved you too. Even though at the time I thought it was too late, I cried for days because I was the one who called it quits. Because you said I want to do this over until it drove me crazy. Sorry. Until I believed it and I told you it's over. We tried to be friends. Remember when we got back together, I was the happiest girl on earth and I promised not to fuck it up. I definitely do remember that. I hope you do too. Everything just seemed so perfect, like it was out of a fairy tale book. A beautiful princess and her handsome prince finally together after all the struggles they went through for one another. But remember what happened after our 1 year anniversary when you gave me that promise ring and promised you'd never hurt me. You did hurt me, made me believe that ring you gave me meant nothing. No matter, I stayed. I loved you like I never loved anyone before. I never knew what love was before I loved you. So again, I forgave you and we moved on. Now here comes my part. Remember, I'm positive you remember, as this is something you hate and will never forgive me for. When everything was great, but this time I had to break some news to you. Now I don't think there's a need for me to repeat it. And you and I both know what it is. But remember when I told you, you were heartbroken. I could see it in your eyes. Even now, as you're reading this poem, I know you want to cry. But this is me, once again, asking for your forgiveness. Not just for that, but for everything else. Because you need to forgive me in order to move on. Look, I've accepted there's no more chances for us. Honestly, it's probably better that way. I have one more thing to say, though. Remember when we were dating a month into our relationship? You asked me to meet your mom. Remember, I said no. I was afraid that you'd bring me home and then our relationship would soon wither away. I didn't want her to know me, and then we didn't work out. I didn't want to be that girl that always came around and then suddenly disappeared. But look, it happened anyway. And where are we now? So that was called You Were My Teddy Bear.
Yes.
Yes, girl.
That's my girl, Jay. I can't wait to see what you write in that journal.
Oh, I'm excited. Do I have another one? Yeah.
Hey, B.
Yeah,
Hey,
another one?
Hi.
Yeah, you have plenty of time to do another one.
Go ahead, Mama.
Oh, there's one right here. Okay. So this one, I also just finished it. It's called 6 Things About You. 1, your eyes, big, bright, looking softly into the distance. 2, your lips, soft, luscious, kissable, forming that beautiful smile. 3, your smile, beautiful, inviting, heartwarming. Your heart, hard to reach, sweet, caring, thoughtful. 9, always thoughtful, being mindful of wonderful thoughts. 6, your personality, wonderful, big, bright. These are pretty short. Big, bright, beautiful, heartwarming, loving, just like you. Aww. That was the second one. That was called 6 Things About You.
That was beautiful. That was Jay the Poet. Everybody, you see her IG below. That's Jay the _poet. Make sure you follow her.
Yes.
Jinx. Jinxie Minnesota. Or maybe a glass of alcohol. So Thank you, Jay, as always, for bringing that fire. You in that purple room that the other Jay loves so much. We love to have you. For those who don't know, Jay the Poet won our giveaway for our Unblocked Journal. So if you guys want this, it's full of so many prompts and activities and great stuff to get the creative juices flowing for songwriters, writers, poets. And you can follow Jay and I. The link is in both of our bios. So, thanks, Jay the Poet. You're going to get your Unblocked Journal soon. And we are going to keep it flowing and growing and moving and grooving tonight. How y'all feeling? Is everybody feeling good?
Yes. Yeah. I got to go get my laundry. My laundry's drying, but, we good.
JRose, I'm so backed up on laundry.
Bitch, because you never home. You always traveling. You need to travel
right now.
A mini washing machine with you.
I'm in Boston right now.
Yeah, I have yet to see Mika sitting in a place that's not a form of transportation. She's either in a car, on a train, on a bus.
If you want to talk about moving and grooving, and you got Mecca right here. All right. So we gotta keep it moving and grooving and flowing and growing. Virtual Voices Friday night, 8 p.m. streaming live everywhere at the Rose Garden events page on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure you follow the Rose Garden events for all that. We're gonna keep it flowing and growing. We have Ray and Chanel on deck, but coming live from Boston in her car.
Boston. Coming live from a car.
Yeah, we say live from the living room. It's live from her car in Boston. Let's all give it up for the one, the only. She astounds me every time. Let's all give it up for Mecca.
Yay!
Thank you. You guys are so sweet. And might I say, Jay the Poet, that was spicy, boo. That was spicy. I love it. All right. So today I'm gonna do a classic because I just hopped on because I have to show love to my girls. I love
you.
I love JRose. I have to. I always have to show love to you ladies. So I'm gonna do a classic. This one is called I Wrote This Poem for You. It's kind of sexy, all right?
Yes.
I wrote this poem for you because I like the way that you kiss my lips. I wrote this poem for you because I like the way that you caress my hips. I wrote this poem for you because of how you perfectly place your hand into my dip. I wrote this poem for you because it's as if our parts perfectly fit. It's as each time we meet, all I'm thinking is how much I needed this tryst, this miss, this lust, because love doesn't exist, so let's just kiss. So I can leave a longing on your lips and a yearning in your loins so tight it'll turn your crease into a crisp and awaken things in me as well, but we won't go down that list, so I wrote this poem for you. I wrote it to talk about all the things that you do. If I had balls, they be blue. Got me looking at you like Philip who, because you know how to screw. I'm feeling like Lander with the zoo, but maybe I'm not a zoo at all. Maybe I'm in the jungle, the mighty jungle, because your loving got me humble. I'm looking at you like rumble, young man, rumble, because this moment in the sheets became more than a tumble. I threw you this ass, and you have yet to fumble, so I wrote this poem for you. I wrote this poem because you have earned a permanent space in my head, a deserving spot in my spank bank to rehash on a lonely night in bed. So I wrote this poem for you. I wrote this poem because you have brought me complete satisfaction, even if it was just for a moment of attraction. From the moment it happened, I knew this would be the caption. So I wrote this poem for you. I just wrote this poem for you.
Yes, girl!
Thank you.
Mecca, that was beautiful. I love that. Absolutely.
I love you, Mika.
Can we, do you have another one? Because you have more time, huh?
Oh, of course I got another one. Y'all know me.
Let's hear it in. Woo, woo.
This one's called Blindfolded. Okay?
Ooh.
He came home and told me, let's try something new. Took off his tie, I think it was blue, with white stripes, slightly oversized on one side for style. Then he began to not so gently place it over my eyes. When I winced, he tied tighter. So quickly I learned to not complain, remembering from past experiences that our previous encounters usually started with a little pain. He disappeared for just a moment, but it felt like forever. Seeing as I can't see, each second felt like infinity. But then he touched me, and I felt my temperature surge. I knew then that tonight my sexual energy I'd purge. I just hoped that I had the courage to trust him. Him who has blindfolded me, not knowing that this blindfold has turned me from princess to villain. So all of those thoughts that he had of me being tender and sweet, I told him to put a pin in it because tonight we're fucking. Since you blindfolded me, I can't see myself being bad, that is. So unknowingly, you placed the blindfold on me, not knowing that the blindfold is the costume designed for my inner freak. He kissed me roughly, so I grabbed him rougher. I stood up just to bend down so I could suck the cock of my lover, making my way around his shaft and balls so that I can begin to orally rediscover. Since I am blindfolded, I cannot see that I have gotten spit all over your thighs and the covers. I'm so focused on goggling one ball while massaging the other. I feel his body start to tense, and I knew it was time for the next phase to begin. So I laid him down and then mounted him like a new saddle, arched my back and let him in, sheathing his dick with my vaginal juices, bouncing so hard my blindfold begins to loosen. I tell him to hold on to it. He grabbed the blindfold and my hair. My back arched and my pussy spit. My vagina is thumping so hard on his dick. I scream, I'm coming, and he says, me too. I said, wait, hold up. Let me show you what this blindfold makes me do. I dropped back down to my knees and I sucked the cum off of his dick. I mean, I sucked that shit clean. I made him come in the back of my throat all the way where my tonsils hang. He simply looked at me when he was finished and said, oh, we're going to do this shit again, this whole blindfold thing.
You so nasty.
Love to see it. Everybody give it up for our girl.
Yes. Make sure y'all follow her. She's dope. She does poetry. She sings. She has a show. She's doing a lot of big things. So make sure y'all follow her. She's dope.
Yes, and thank you for being here, Mama, all the way from Boston. We love you, girl. And I don't know if you're on the move, but stick around if you can. Tune in on Facebook because we're going to do the second rounds at the end of it all. So, and make sure you follow our girl. And we're going to keep it moving and grooving. It's looking like a fire-ass lineup. We've had a couple fire-ass poets so far, some frequent flyers, as Jay likes to call them. And we're going to keep it moving and grooving. We got AC Lightning on deck, our guy. But coming to the mic right now, let's all give it up. Virtual round of applause for Ray and Chanel.
Hey. Hi.
Hi.
This your first time with us?
It is. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. How did you hear about us?
Eventbrite.
Yeah. And where are you tuning in from?
Pasadena, California.
Oh, yeah. We got one from Cali up in here.
Basura.
Yes.
Oh, all right. And let's hear what you got for us, girl.
Okay. All right. This is a snippet of Still I Rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod my name in the very dirt, but still like dust I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I dance like I got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high. I'll ride. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cry? Okay, that was a snippet of Maya Angelou, Still I Rise.
Yeah.
We love some honoring the greats. We love some honoring the greats. You got 5 minutes, though, Ma. You got anything else for us?
Yes, I have a poem that I wrote titled They. Oh, dope. You got my website already down there. Yes, check us out.
Yes, girl, I got you.
Thank you. I love this little setup. Y'all gonna have to email me and let me know how you did this little party. Okay. So this one is titled They. They say I'm losing my mind. For the first time, I'm in so much control. She in pieces, they say. For once, I'm actually standing here alone as a whole, still trying to figure out the truth with all these empty holes. Truth be told, the only truth I know is my own. Even though they see a change, to me, I've just grown, but I ain't grown. I'm just growing to realize that with life comes lies. Now they want to look all shocked and surprised. Well, surprise. Which they tell me when they're ready to take off that disguise. And yeah, it's true, I bought that dream. Shoot, I can't forget how it was sold. At some point, they would have to take initiative for the clay they were given to mold. It's all good, though, because everything gets old, and it just got old. I can't continue to play this game of life based off of they bet. How am I asking them if I'm there yet? And if I mess up and create debt, it'll be based off my hand, my bet, because they left or they'll leave, but best believe every goal I set for myself, I'm bound to achieve. And if I gotta sell myself, I promise to never sell myself shorter than I already did, tackle every hurdle and live my truth instead of they fib, because they ain't me. Okay.
Yes.
That was a snippet too.
Oh, damn. She's just giving us little, as she puts on her juicy juice.
Moderation, you feel me?
She got that liquid courage. Now let's all give it up for Ray. And
I'm sorry,
Leah.
Ray Ann, do you have an Instagram? Because you put your website, but I don't know. Do you have like somewhere a social media that we can follow you?
No, you guys can follow me on the website.
Okay.
Follow the content that I curate on the website. I don't have any social media, Instagram or Facebook or Twitter.
All right, cool. But you could definitely tune in on YouTube. You can and definitely come back. Like we listen. You don't have to have Instagram or Facebook to be down on virtual voices. So we have quite a few people that come through that are not on social media. So that's actually pretty cool. I definitely admire that.
And also, Ray Ann, I know you're new here, but obviously, as Jay said, we hope you come back. Stick around. If the backstage in StreamYard gets full and people have performed, we will ask you to leave backstage. You can tune in on Facebook or YouTube and just watch after you leave backstage. We will call in people to come back for the second round. But we're not kicking anybody out to the backstage yet. We're just saying if it gets full, and we'll give everybody a message. That was Ray Ann Chanel, everybody, bringing it live on time from California with the Box de Hugo in this bitch.
Yeah,
I love it.
We always appreciate when we have new friends join the group, and we hope you come back. Thanks, Ray. We appreciate you. We're gonna keep it flowing and growing. For those just tuning in, I'm Leah V in the place to be. with the co-host JRose, because you already know we got my guy Jay Grata, Justin Grata, coming on back. Returning, he visits us every couple weeks because on the other weeks he does this family thing. So we're going to bring up to the mic right now. You know, he is a 2020 graduate. We gotta give it up to the guy. You know, my mother loves him, so we got every time AC comes to the virtual mic, and I'm at my boyfriend's house, but when I'm at home when my mom is there, my mom be like, "Oh, AC the graduate, make sure you congratulate him again." All right, so everybody, bring that fire as always. Let's give it up for our guy AC Lightning.
Hey, what's up, guys? I hope everybody's doing good. Shout out to Lee's mom. I appreciate the love. Definitely do. Okay, so around this time last year, I was in a relationship, but because I felt like the person I was dating ghosted on me and she just like didn't support me, like come to open mics and stuff like that, I had to cut it off. So throughout this breakup, some poems came from this. And one of the poems that came from this is talking about how I feel like good men get crapped on, even when they put their best effort in treating a woman right. And, you know, sometimes I question whether or not some women want a good guy. So I'm going to do this poem called Good Guys Gone Bad. No one ever tells these stories of the good guys gone bad. They want to emphasize how all men are trash. What do you expect for a society that favors one gender over the other, believes the narrative of a woman when she's speaking? But then when a man said that he'd been heartbroken, someone would be like, "You're bugging." Even when I tell my side, you disagree. I can paint the picture, go into details so vividly, get people from the crazy. Say I ain't real men, can real men stay silent like lasagna without the G? You see, I'm a poet. And the way you let your tongue lubricate the lies, all men just want to hit and quit. This is where the narrative takes a twist. If it comes to a point where I'm the antagonist, let's get the plot twisted. You look at me as the villain, because I don't fit any of your description. You treat me like the bad guy. Come up with excuses to believe all the lies. Use your words as shackles to keep me confined wherever I want to speak my mind. And then if I snap, I'm in the wrong if I do that. I don't want to do nothing stupid that get me behind bars, that have to find a smart lawyer who passed the bar. I'd rather be at home, writing down these bars, than be outside drunk. I'm trying to raise the bar. You're so accustomed to the guys that you dealt with, the same ones who will catcall you, that only want sex, just to say that they smash you. I know a few men that you met were toxic, but don't look at me being real for you, have you second guessing. Ladies, are all men really whack, or is it taste of certain men crap? Ladies, are all men really trash, or is your taste of certain men crap? When y'all say all men are trash, who y'all blaming? The guy you chose or the man you overlooking? Because this guy's out here who uplift you on the magic carpet. He's Aladdin, you're his Jasmine. He'll ride with you. Some men break your name up, but they talk to God about you. There's guys who rip their chest open and get their hearts out to you. I'm not saying no man will ever hurt you, but don't let your blood flow like river and bleed over on the next dude. I saw this woman who I thought was beautiful. When she said she was looking for a king, my name became faithful. I showered her with love, uplifted her, treated her like she was blessed. Made sure while I was in her presence, I treated her like she was the best. It seemed like our passion for one another was transcendent. To the way she did me was so disgusting. Left me in the shade with all this confusion. I ain't know anything, so I started questioning. Well, I couldn't find the answers. I started lashing. Felt like Anakin in Star Wars, the dark side of festive. Good men put the all in, they get hit with a backlash. Some guys become Iron Man with 3,000 on the woman and still feel like an outcast. And you wonder why people tell these stories, the good guys gone bad, blame some of the women who still think all men are trash.
Bars!
Yeah. Hey, you always come with the content. Holding women accountable for this shit.
I guess that's the case, but since like I think tomorrow actually makes the day that I broke up with my girlfriend, I've been kind of dealing with that a little bit this week, and I figured that was one of the poems I should do since it's on my mind and stuff like that. I was just like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, I'm gonna be back for the second round, so I'll do another poem.
Yeah.
But for the
AC, you're a prize and a half, so you always deserve better. We always just gotta say that for our guy.
Exactly. So
He's with us every week. Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah. So in 2 weeks, I also rap as well. In 2 weeks, I'm dropping another song on all streaming platforms. And then Monday, this very T-shirt that I have right now, I'm dropping that. I'm dropping some merch for that this Monday. So definitely check that out as well. That's all I have that's coming out right now. So yeah.
Dope. You always got something going on. You stay consistent. So thank you for that. And you damn right. Listen, for all you creators out there, all you people out there that are dreamers, and you got goals, and you got a partner that's not your loudest cheerleader, like other than yourself, get rid of that person. They not for you. You need to have somebody that's gonna support every crazy song you want to write, and have your back, and just support and enroll in your vision. That is so important. So, and all you people out there that don't support your partners, you better start get your shit together, okay?
Yo,
honestly, if they're dating you, they're also dating your passion. So it's very, very important. It's definitely important to me. You want, like Jay said, you want something to support you, the repost, the everything. So thanks, AC, for giving us that, piece of information, as well as that lovely piece. As always, we'll see you for round 2. That's our guy, AC. Make sure you follow him as well as everybody else on the virtual mic tonight. It's looking live on time. We have some amazing people on deck, on diggity deck, on double diggity deck, on regular deck. We have our girl B, who we haven't seen in a few weeks. You're up next, B.
Welcome back.
You're up next, girlfriend. Not girlfriend. You're up next, my friend. I'm getting better at it. At it. That's just a reflex. Honestly, though, I even call Justin girlfriend, so it's just like a thing.
I do the same thing.
But
I'm over it.
You ever be on the phone with a guy and be like, girl, let me tell you, be like, oh shit, my bad.
Literally me and Justin on the ring. But speaking of Justin, I have to introduce him. Justin is not only a very talented poet with books out, he is also a musician. He's been experimenting with all types of stuff. He's one of my best friends. He's my soul brother. He says soul sister, which sounds so much better. But soul brother in poetry. He's been on this journey with me for a long time now. So let's give it up for our guy, JRose.
Yeah, let's take the shot live, Leah. Let's turn up.
Jay, you gotta put me back on the screen with Justin. I promised him I would do this. Okay, a shot.
I got no alcohol.
I know. I'm forcing her to do it too.
I gotta go to the hotel lobby. Hold on. But I have a shot of popcorn. Let's do this.
We'll do another.
Right. Here. Justin, here we go.
Cheers. Thank you for indulging me. All right, nothing loosens up the vocal cords like a tequila. So let's get it. Thank you, Leah. I actually just learned this song maybe last week, so it's a little rusty, but I'm not going to make excuses. I just hope that y'all like it. It's a cover. Another Leon Bridges. I did Leon Bridges last week, I think, so see how it goes. Don't wanna get ahead of myself. feeling things I've never felt. Kinda hard for me to explain. Personality and everything brings me to my knees, yeah. She shines me up like gold in my arm. Wanna take it slow, but it's so hard. Love to see her face in daylight. It's more than just our bodies at night. It's really tempting me, oh. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? Scared to death that she might be it. The love is real and the shoe might fit. Might just be my everything beyond space and time in the afterlife. Will she have my kids? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything beyond. Love to bring her round to meet ya. Know you'd like her kind demeanor. I know that grandma would have loved her like she was her own. She makes me feel at home. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it. Love is real, the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything beyond space and time in the afterlife. She had my kids, she'd be my wife. She might just be my everything beyond. I give up, I'm in love, crying. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. So do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? Oh, scared to death that she might be it. Love is real, that the shoe might fit. Might just be my everything beyond space and time in the afterlife. Will she have my kids? She'll be my wife. She might just be my everything beyond. Me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Me, oh my, I can't explain. Might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. Might just be my everything. That's all I got for y'all.
Yay!
Justin, that's one of my favorite Leon Bridges songs too.
It's a really good track.
That was
So good.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you.
It's so crazy to me because I met this man as a poet and a writer, and then out of nowhere, sometime later, he's like, "Oh yeah, like regular people, like music and stuff." And I was like, "What?" And now here he is, just fucking killing it. I love the vocals; you sound great. Thank you so much, Justin, for being here.
Of course, happy to be here. Thanks both of y'all for having this every week. Sorry, I can only come every other.
It's okay. We're happy whenever you join us. It doesn't matter. All right.
Yes. And if you can stick around, we'll do a round 2 at the end of Shenanigans.
Yeah, everybody ready for round 2.
Oh, yeah. But in the meantime, we're going to keep it moving and grooving. We got our girl, another frequent flyer, Shandy, the poet on deck. But coming to the mic right now, returning after a few weeks, let's give it up for the one, the only, the very talented, blew us away so many times. Let's all give it up for B.
Yay, B. Welcome back, B.
And sorry for putting you up late. We know you have you have to go to sleep earlier than us and stuff.
It's fine. I've been busy lately because I had work. I worked a lot of Fridays recently, and school's starting Monday, so I've just been busy. Because I do online school. I have been for 2 years.
Again?
Where
are you located again?
Houston.
Gotcha, Houston. Gotcha. H-Town. All right, what do you got for us today, B?
I'm actually going to do one I've already done. It's one of my favorites, and it's a popular one. It's called Dysphoria. I think it was the first thing I ever did here, but I've been working with it because I'm about to submit it to a contest. If you don't know,
can you explain what dysphoria is before you go into that?
That's what I was about to do.
Sorry.
So dysphoria is, so I'm trans, specifically non-binary, which is, if you don't know, it's like I don't identify as male or female. I identify as somewhere in between. So like I use they, them pronouns and different things. That's why you were saying earlier that about the girl thing. And I'm like, I don't really care as long as you're not specifically like mispronouncing me. I don't really care.
Okay. Yeah, I was worried because I try to be conscious with you.
It's fine. You weren't doing it on purpose, so it's fine. And I know it takes a little while to get used to remembering someone you don't see a lot. But
we also you're here to educate us. Okay, sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Oh, that's fine. Also, I'm going to do a trigger warning. This is about depression, self-harm, and suicide a little bit, this song. So if you're sensitive to that, this is your trigger warning. I like to give those because I've had issues and I'm conscious of that. So, I think that's everything I need to tell people. Oh, wait, I didn't explain what dysphoria was. I just explained non-binary. Okay, so dysphoria is an issue with a lot of trans people have where their body doesn't fit their gender. Like, so I have issues sometimes where you feel like your body doesn't fit who you are and your gender and stuff. So, like, that's why a lot of people want to transition and have issues until they transition with that. So I experienced that. Okay, I think that's everything. Okay. I don't have actual music for the song. This is a song, but I don't play an instrument yet. I'm learning and I haven't made a backtrack, but just please deal with me. I feel like an outsider in my skin. I feel like an alien in my body. And I got super strong anxiety, 'cause these things on my chest put me in distress. I am such a mess. I am so depressed. And I'm drowning in dysphoria. Drowning. I'm drowning in dysphoria. Drowning. And there are no lifeguards around me, and I'm still drowning, drowning in dysphoria. Ooh. Every time someone ignores my pronouns, I die a little more inside. And every time someone uses my dead name, I cry myself to sleep that night. And every time someone makes fun of my gender identity, or says it doesn't exist, I get another rip on my wrist. I feel like an outsider in my skin. I feel like an alien in my body. I've got super strong anxiety, 'cause these things on my chest put me in distress. I am such a mess. I am so depressed, and I'm drowning in dysphoria. Drowning. I'm drowning in dysphoria, drowning. There are no lifeguards around me, and I'm still drowning, drowning in dysphoria. My throat is closing up and I can't make a sound. My legs are being harshly dragged down. I'm thrashing wildly all around. Though I'm kicking upwards, I am getting no ground. I'm running out of air. My heart fills with despair. As my head starts to spin, I prepare one final attempt at a prayer. I can see the lights. I can see the light. After living in such darkness, it feels so warm and bright. I start heading towards the light. It's such a beautiful sight. For once my body feels right. So I embrace the light, the light. I was drowning in dysphoria, drowning. I was drowning in dysphoria, drowning. There were no lifeguards around me, so I ended up drowning, drowning in dysphoria.
Yes. B.
Yes, B. That's such a powerful piece.
Yes, and she's speaking for people that, feel voiceless. So I think that that's really dope about you that you're doing, and bringing awareness to what a lot of people go through. That a lot of people don't realize that that's what some people deal with. Some people don't even know that that's what they're dealing with, and they don't understand what's going on within themselves. So, the fact that you create art around that to be a voice and bring awareness, I think that's really beautiful. And I'm glad that you came back.
I was working on a lot of Fridays recently.
Make that money, honey. You already know.
But most of my songs were actually really personal pieces about like issues that I'm dealing with, that especially ones that I had such an issue finding information about. Like I didn't even know what I was feeling in the label for that until I was in middle school reading a book by Rick Riordan in which there was a gender fluid character. And I was in like 7th grade, 6th grade, something like that, before I even knew that there was like nothing really wrong with me, that there was like an actual label for that there were words for what I was feeling. So like I'm actually working on a very personal project right now. It's not finished yet, but I will present it when it is, called I'm Not a Puzzle Piece, I'm the Whole Damn Picture. That's about
bars.
Yeah, and when I came up with that like tagline for the whole project, it was very cool. It's about I have autism, and there's this whole problem with like people that are autistic versus what people think of us, and a lot of us actually have an issue with the whole puzzle piece label for it, because like we're not just a piece of a puzzle that you have to piece together. There's this whole issue also with Autism Speaks, but I won't get into that because we don't have time. Like, Autism Speaks is not.
We appreciate the knowledge all the time. Thank you.
Yeah,
Ruby.
but it's not really a good organization because they don't really speak for people with autism. They speak like they try to take the voices away from us and say this is what they want, this is what will help them, but very little money that they raise actually goes towards us. And they they still try to find a cure for autism in sometimes very not good ways. Like, so there's a lot of just issues with them. So I'm doing this whole project about the 2 taglines are the I'm not a puzzle piece, I'm the whole damn picture, and we want acceptance, not awareness.
Ooh.
This all started in April, which was Autism Awareness Month. So me and my friends are doing this whole project. We have art, we have a song that's coming out, we have a bunch of mediums that we're working together because several of my friends are also on the spectrum. So that'll be something I'll bring here as soon as it's done.
Yes, well, we're here every Friday. You already know where to find us, V.
Yes.
Thanks so much for joining us.
And we can't wait to hear. Well, I just want to say something real quick. I know we got to keep it moving and grooving, but V, I really appreciate that. My father was a mental health specialist before he passed, and the last thing after retirement, what he did the last few years is he had a private practice where he worked with autistic babies, 2 years old. And he would work with them individually. And he's always said something very similar to what you said about acceptance instead of a cure. So I really feel that in my heart. And as always, you came through with all the education. Let's all give it up for our friend V. And we appreciate you more than I can explain. I know you might not be able to stick around the whole time, but if you can, we'll be doing the second rounds when we're all done. So we're gonna keep it moving and grooving.
Can we do a little commercial break?
Yeah. So
all right, guys.
With everything.
We have something amazing that we talked about earlier when we first started. But here's a word from our sponsors, Leah V and JRose, and the creators and designers of the Writers Unblocked Journal. Check it out.
Oh, she came through with the hard cappy.
Yo, I can see everybody backstage, and Leah V's like,
oh yeah. Tim loved it. Tim loved it. So that was our Unblocked Journal, everybody. Jay, where can they find this Unblocked Journal?
well, if you go on Instagram or even Facebook, you can hit the link in either one of our bios, either my bio or Leah V's bio. We both have it on our websites. And we are shipping our books, our journals out. People did their pre-orders, so they'll be shipping out next week. So this is the book. It's only $20. You can't go wrong with that. We've got 48 pages or something like that with prompts, activities, games. There's actually two of our poems. One of my poems and one of Leah V's poems are in here for you guys to do an activity with it. So holla at your girls, okay? We made this for y'all. Those of you complaining that you can't write, you stuck, or even if you're not stuck and you don't get writer's block, this is great because we actually challenge you to write about things that you probably never wrote about. So definitely hit us up if you want like an in-person delivery type of pickup thing. Hit us up directly. But if not, you can hit us up on our links. Go to our websites and bye.
Yes,
Right,
yes. And when Jay says we made this for y'all, it's like we really want this to be a community thing that we all engage in together, and that we can have these prompt challenges and do things with that. So if you can, please cop one. We appreciate y'all. But without further ado, we're gonna keep it moving and as we do. So we got Shamello on Diggity Deck, but coming to the mic right now. She is a force to be reckoned with. Her voice is like silk, always comes 100,000,000,000% correct. Let's all give it up for Shandy the poet.
Yay! Hi, Shandy.
Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah,
Happy
we
to
hear
see you guys tonight. Oh, all right. I'm outside tonight, enjoying the beautiful night tonight. I'm so sorry. I'm going to miss your birthday bash next tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow? It's okay.
Oh, I wish I could be there. Oh, my gosh. I wish I could be there, but I'll be there in spirit.
I know. Don't worry about it.
I got a piece for you tonight called Painfully Beautiful. Our love is deep, deep like the oceans of blue water deep. Raw and unfiltered, our reality, no censors, no show. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit. You love me till it hurts. Your tongue of wrath gives me an internal whiplash that I just don't bounce back from easily. It makes me want to bend in places and blend into places like into the paint on the wall just so I can have a little peace. Our love is painfully beautiful, and how beautifully painful it is. It is sublime at times. Our love is hard, but you find your love to me tenderly. I know that you would give the air you breathe just to save me. And I know that you would shake the heavens and the earth just to cover me. You see, this oxymoron tears through my soul because your love is so conditional. And I know that you love me. But if things don't go your way, you become my enemy. I guess I have been conditioned to accept your sweet praises and gifts, your sorries, your promises. You want to permeate so I won't walk away. You stifle me with your love, threatened by anyone who comes too close. Your insecurities fill your head with things I could never even imagine, but somehow to you, it is real. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit. Our love is painfully beautiful, and how beautifully painful it is, it's divine, but it needs intervention because I never knew love could hurt this way. I never knew I could love this vulnerably and feel your heartbeat in sync with mine all at the same damn time. I never knew I could feel so complete when I look into your eyes. I never envisioned anyone could take your place. I never thought love could feel so compromised, and yet I couldn't love you back the way you loved me. The barriers I would have to put up just to protect my heart from the sure biprophylactic engagements I would be dragged into. I'm gonna do that one more time. The barriers I would have to put up just to protect my heart from the sure biprophylactic engagements I would be dragged into with the other self, the other self, were like mountains of Gibraltar. I wanted to pour my love into you, on top of you, all over you, like melted chocolate. But the love I had inside was held hostage, afraid to show my true self because you just wanted me to stay the same. I am not your puppet. I can choose to live. Be happy when you're not. Enjoy life on my terms. You don't pull these strings. You are not my father. I am not your child. I am your woman. And you are the beat of my heart. Our love is painfully beautiful, and how beautifully painful it is. And it's time to realize that love, true love, should not hurt this way.
Mm.
Love conquers all in spite of all the pain.
Mm.
Thank you.
Deep. Deep.
Thank you.
Gosh,
Felt that in my
muted. I was muted. You didn't hear my at the end.
I was muted. I was moving all over the place.
When you end the poem and everybody goes like
Oh, thank you. I just wrote this last night.
really?
Yeah.
The rate, I don't know if you said it out loud a few times already, but the manner in which you said it sounded so not rehearsed, but it just sounded so hard. Yeah. Yeah, it was beautiful. Thank you so much, Shandy.
Thank you.
Thank We love having our girl Shandy. I don't know, JRose. Who's on deck? Who's next? What's going on, Jay?
I like how you did that. Okay, she's smart. Leah, she's smart. All right, so on deck, we have this really awesome poet who recently published a journal for writer's block. Her name is Leah B. So get yourself ready, girl, because you are on deck. But coming to the virtual mic right now, we have our guy, Shamelo Durant. Please give it up, give it up, give it up. Yay! He's ready.
It's good to see everybody. I'm glad to be back. I had a great time last time I was here. You guys are a lot of fun. It's an awesome time. But I don't want to waste no more time. I'd like to get right into it. And I just want to talk about today.
Ooh.
We're in a pandemic. I'm sorry. That's the old news. Man, we've been in a damn pandemic ever since that boat cruise from Africa. When the blacks got snatched out of their natural habitat, scattered, bruised, battered, abused, and scattered after that. Now, me and you are in what's known as the aftermath, because an aftermath is what happens after math class. So now I'm going to enroll y'all in my master class, and you have to pass, or else I'm going to have to keep your asses after class. Now let's do the math. 1 + 1 should equal 2. Any mathematician that I know will tell you that equation seems to be true. Now, but here's the calculation according to the nation's original constitution. The black man was only 3/5 of a human. So me plus you, 1 + 1 wouldn't even equal 2, man. What kind of math is that? Because whether you use calculus, a calculator, or even an algebraic calculation, I'm warning you. Black Lives Matter is the formula. And the solution is revolution. Check the dictionary. Because in every revolution, there's a revolutionary, and the truth is scary. That's why I get mad as fuck. So I just recline. I sip a little sea moss and lime out of my Black Lives Matter cup. And I ain't just mad at you. Actually, I'm mad at us. Because we've been killing our own kind for a long time. And man, I just had enough. That's why I reached my limit. Because I'm so vehement. Because man, damn it, we've been in a damn pandemic. Just ask Malcolm, Martin, or even Emmett. So I'm on a quest for bigger things than bigger chains and bigger rings and bigger cribs and bigger cars and stripper chicks with bigger bras and bigger crowds with bigger applause. I guess this quest just never ends. Bigger dividends and even bigger bends, bigger needs, even bigger wants. I needed some advice, so I write my aunt. She texted me back. She said, "Sexy's back." I'm confused. Why she text me that? I said, "Sexy's back?" She said, "Sexy's back. And you need to get your sexy back." I thought, what's up with that? I only hit her for a little advice. I think she needs to be a little more nice. She said, "Nephew, I ain't telling no lies. After all the things that I done seen in my life, I guess I can't argue with that." So she texted me back. So I read what she said, and it was said to the fact. She told me, "Do away with the old me. Don't let the old me control me. Let the new you do you. The new you ain't gonna do the do that the old you used to, and you can't continue to do what you used to do. It's not like you're still 22, boo." She read me. Then said she willing to bet me. She said, "I bet you're home writing poems, thinking about some ex you had or some sex you had." I could tell by the tone, so I text you back fast. She said, "I'm young enough to have loved, old enough to have lost. Plus, I know what it costs just to get a divorce." She said, "I think it's time you see what it's like to be lost in love without the lawyer's fee. What's the cost for me? A little loyalty and a PYT trying to spoil me like some royalty? I've been there, done that, quarterly. This time I want to do things orderly." She said, "You need forgiveness. You need your friendships. You need deliverance and God's omnipotence. Keep your promises. Use your common sense." That's when I was convinced that sexy's just confidence. my wants to my needs, and we all need what we want. So God's driving me down this path that I'm on. You might want a calm, but you might need a storm to wake you up, shake you up, break you up. Winners refuse to lose. They only choose to lose when they give up, and I can't make this stuff up. So wake up. Honestly, I say go with God, follow his lead indeed, and don't let your wants swallow your needs with greed. When all else failed, I had to fall to my knees. I gave praise to God, and I told him all of my needs. You see your needs? That's what you can't live without. And your wants, that's all the things you want right now. That's what I got.
Woo. Oh my gosh, bars.
Oh my God. You know what I appreciate about you, Shamela? It's like you perform in such a unique way that's so conversational. And so it's conversational, but then you throw in this wordplay like nothing. Like it's like
my brother.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
It came out. Thank you so much for being here, Shamela. We appreciate you coming back. We appreciate your words of support.
Again. Thank
Yes,
you.
stick around. We're gonna do another round. We're gonna do like a lightning round. So please, I would love to hear another piece from you.
Shamela, where are you tuning in from?
I'm in West New York, New Jersey. I'm right in Jersey, right over the bridge.
Gotcha. So we got some JRose, Tri-State in the mix. Thank you so much, Shamela. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right. I think we have some girl named Leah on deck. Coming to the mic. I don't know.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm slacking. Okay, so on deck, we have Victorious. So please get yourself together because you coming up. But coming to the virtual mic right now is Leah V and the place to be from NYC. Oh, see, I'm getting good.
I know Jay is learning.
She's an amazing person. She's an amazing poet, and you already know that's my girl right there. So give it up for Leah V. Yay! What you got for us, boo?
All right, y'all. So first of all, as always, I want to thank everybody for their support with Virtual Voices. Those who are new, those who are old, those who are coming back after a while. This means so much to us. It really has been a saving grace for me and for Jay, and it has brought so many people together, including Jay and I. So thank you guys all for being here. I'm gonna get a little X-rated here. I'm gonna do DJ smiling because she love that shit. So I'm gonna do a piece I have called 135.
Yes.
She likes this one.
I like this one.
All right, so here it is. Few things among my metaphysical existence crawl under my skin, or rather don't, the way a lazy motherfucker undercover does. Listen. I open myself up, unlock these bones, and allow my liquid to leak through these decorated walls. Loosen my lava by letting go of all ego. Glide into an id that releases unresolved trauma by allowing you inside of my center. This temple of mine that I pray in each evening, my hips quivering and my muscles clenching, my fingers like medicine made of azúcar, my vertebrae bending backward, my entire being shattering through shakes, encompassing eternally fleeting few seconds of magic. I swear that moment of self-inflicted orgasm matches any healing, any paradise, any nirvana ever experienced. And my question to you is, if I can get myself to the gates of heaven within 135 seconds and 3 fingers, why on this exhausting earth can't you take your entire extra organ, pair that shit up with an internal pep talk, and force yourself to do more than a few measly pumps and a goddamn spurt of dead half-children? Enough, enough, enough with this come and collapse as though my sacredness is your charity. The numbers don't matter. My queendom is parched. I need you to fulfill my thirst with more than unmelodic back shots. I need your palms laced around my throat in a way which summons me into initiation, subordination. Gulp me as I swallow you. Speak to me in sonnets, and I'll recite iambic pentameter through my creature, sliding along your snake with lullabies like coqui chirps and canepas. You'll feel the saltwater air as I ride your slithers. My cries like the ocean meeting the moon, like the mammal we all contain. Your name at the top of my mouth with a tongue like communion. Let's rebirth one another. More than once. More than that pathetic singular nut. This is an act of repentance, an act of anti-hierarchy, an act of climbing with toes curled under, warped mouths clawing at anything, clawing at natural selection. You see, we were formed and conditioned into fabrics and societal measures that can be torn apart through the skin surrounding my thighs and your hands. Pulsate my core, pulsate the door of decades and decades of someone saying it's not okay to come into your light. It's not okay to shed tears of sweetness explodes inside of you. It's not okay to say, you know what, fuck it all, I'm in love with what's prohibited. This is so much more than a hope for your affection. This is necessary. Scream my name through senses. This is power struggle stemming from generations of gender roles. Yes, pick apart my curls piece by piece. Yes, claw through the ridge of my reach. Yes, push me and I'll shove you right the fuck back. Yes, let's play this game until we're unsure of the laws of left and right or lust and reality or anything other than what a human being must feel when they find God and Jesus and all of his disciples in between. His disciples invested in our in-between. Let's fuck up the in-between, make a mess of me and I'll suck you clean, ride you to exposure, make us an exhibition, ageless and timeless and full of color, red like the marks you leave upon my cheeks, brown like your manhood sliding along me, white like the color of conjoined delicious peace, please. Be more than just a pant and a plug. Create electricity through me so I can create osmosis through you. Envelop me like a rope and only untie me if I ask you to. Enough with the 1, 2, 3 soft ice cream. This is an act of rebellion, the ultimate defiance. Let's join forces, rise above and view the constellations through sweat and stain. Do more with the extra piece I need you to sustain. Please don't be another wasted body count. Don't make me erase you is not even a notch on my belt. Let's prove that Adam and Eve mangled all of scripture for a reason. Put that weapon of yours to work or don't bother to enter the galaxy between my legs because I've got confessionals to cease and climaxes to reach. And if you can't please me, I'd rather have my 135 seconds. Bow to the eruption in me, and I'll kneel to the kingdom in you. This isn't sex. This is purpose. You show me mine, and I promise I'll drip out all of your truth. Thanks. That was 135.
Wow.
Woo, look at Ace.
Your faces are so funny right now. Can I just tell you?
I was on mute most of the time. I wish I wasn't because I was like, ooh, ah, ooh. I was making all these crazy noises.
I don't think I heard this.
Hey, see, I can't hear you.
I don't think I heard this.
I can't hear AC.
Wow. I would say I don't think I heard this poem. I don't think I heard this poem. Yeah, no,
I think it's the first time in a long time I've done it on this open mic.
I love this piece. I do. See, y'all don't even know. Like they be like, "Oh, Leah's so cute. She's such a cute poet." Y'all don't even know. She gets down with the writing.
You know that piece is like is obviously very sexual and sexually empowering, but also it has to do with gender roles. It has to do with women and the sexual image and what we're taught about what's right and what's not. So I tried to tie in a lot of like societal norms to make it, you know, a little bit of a message along with a little bit of a message. But thank you guys, as always, for listening to me do my thing. I
love
appreciate
it. Love it.
So,
All right. All right. What do we have now?
let's see what we have now. So there's this other chick I know on deck. She's this other Puerto Rican chick. I think she's from Queens or something. No, JRose is on deck, but hopefully, let Jay. You better give us a full poem because
I am gonna give you a full poem. I got you.
From last time, you keep me on the edge of my seat. However, for those who tuned in late, you guys gotta tune in on 8 on the dot because Jay hit us with some fire earlier. However, coming to the mic right now, let's give a virtual round of applause for Victorious!
Yay! Where you at, people?
Hey y'all.
Hi.
Thank you, JRose. I appreciate the platform. And you really touched me earlier when you did your live talking about, people that come into your life that support your passion. And this is me right now taking my power back and, getting back into poetry again after cutting off someone that just really didn't support my passion, my art, anything.
Look,
So,
there you go. It's your time now, girl. Shine, shine away.
all right. Oh, I'm nervous, but here it is.
Oh, stop. Everybody's like in their house, probably not wearing pants. Don't worry about it.
Right. All right. Let me see. I am divine imagination. I clearly visualize all things, people as good. I imagine and I create. I am unlimited imagination that creates at the command of my divine will. I am heavenly serenity and blissful peace. I am the expression of divine power. I am the absolute courage that exiles doubt and fear to nothingness. I am the wisdom and knowledge of the whole universe. I am cosmic consciousness. I am the absolute rest, revitalization, and physical repercussion stemming from the least amount of sleep, 3 hours and more and less. I am the blessing of a 9 hour sleeping period in a 3 hour time radius. I am unconditional divine love, shining on all. I am one pointed concentration, focused on divine absoluteness. I am consciousness experiencing deep meditation. I am the expansion of my spirit, around which this whole universe revolves. I am. Thank you.
I love a good I am poem. Hey, Tim. That was dope, Victorious. Please, if you're gonna stick around for the second round, I need you to be a little bit louder. But we still heard you, but we need you to be a little bit louder next time. But that was a beautiful piece. Do you have anything else to share? Because you didn't use up your 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I have something else, but it's a little longer.
Let's go.
Can you hear me louder? I mean,
Yes, we
is it
actually hear
loud
you a
enough?
lot better now.
Okay, that's better. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Another I am one. I am by whom the universe has a name. I am in whom the universe has a home. I am on whom the universe has a face. I am that I am. I, the universe, I am. I, the universe, am personifying as this body, mind, heart, and soul. I, the universe, dream awake, infinite wholeness and healing in every cell of my body.
mind, heart, and soul. I dream awake the ascension of my soul, myself, my human form, and Mother Earth. I dream awake my human mind and express infinite creativity through my human soul. I dream awake cellular memory of universal selfhood and my individual soul. I, the universe, as my human self, feel sacred pride in the divine creations of every being throughout existence, including my goddess absolute and cellular co-creation of all that is created. I, goddess absolute, is cellular creator of all that I create. I invoke and dream awake all the prosperity that is, was, or ever will be through this, my human life. I, my human soul, am a master in the being of, in the cosmic moment when the universe was knowledge, myself, of this great universe also I am. Of all that is absolute, creator of all that I created. I am the vastness of all that is, thrilled to keep sacred company with myself through all beings. I, the universe, call forth God, Goddess, Absolute, every angel and ascended master to bless and prosper my human soul. I, my human soul, am a cell in the body of the universe, holding the entire celestial blueprint of the universe at large. The whole reality of the universe, which is, was, or ever will be, is held within my cells. I am the microcosmic container of the macrocosmic all that is. I am a soul in the body of the universe. The universe is a cell in the body of my soul. Within my soul, I hold the counterpart cells for all that is, was, or ever will be. I contain a cell for every man, woman, and child, for every angel and ascended master, for every ocean, mountain, and stream, for every mineral, plant, and animal, for every elemental star and galaxy. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Victorious, I have two questions. Are you a scientist and are you a mom?
Definitely a mom, and I am studying biochemistry.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I
Yes,
knew it.
I am deep off into metaphysics.
She was talking about cellular shit, and I was like, yo, she's a scientist.
So dope, though. I love when worlds collide like that. That was really dope, Victoria. Thanks so much for bringing that to us.
Thank you so much.
Yes, nice. All right, Leah, what we got going? What we got going? Make sure y'all follow Victoria. She's super dope and she's super supportive on social media as well, and in the creative scene. So I appreciate it.
Yes, make sure you follow Victorious. Make sure you follow everybody. It's really important that we continue to expand our community. It's really important that we keep growing. Jay always sends out an email with everybody's information afterwards. So if you didn't get a chance to get everybody's info tonight, you will get it later. All right, we're going to keep it moving and grooving. We've had an amazing night so far. We got C-Dubs on deck. I haven't seen him in dumb long. I'm ecstatic that he's here.
I know. He's from he's over in where was he? Like Malaysia?
Yes. Are you still in? I think he's still in Malaysia. C-Dub, are you still in Malaysia?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All right. Smooth.
Yes, I am. Into the microphone, real breathy. But it's cool. C-Dub came and tuned into our open mic before participating the first time he came through, and he really well, I'll save the intro. I gotta save the intro. You're on deck, C-Dub, but coming to the mic right now. It's my partner in crime, the other half of this dynamic duo, the one, the only, the entrepreneur, the personality, the hostess with the mostest. Let's give it up for JRose.
Yay! I gotta mute myself. No? All right. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try something with some music. And let me know if y'all hear it. Let me see. Oh wait. Can you guys hear this?
Yes.
Yeah? All right. Hold on. We're gonna take it back. So if you guys don't know this song, it's a song called Tadao by Masego. I'm a big fan of his music, and this song is super fire. And what I love about this song is how he created this song. So if you have time, go to YouTube and type in Tadao, Tadow, and you'll see the video of him actually creating this song with another producer called FKJ. Anyway, enough history lesson here, music lesson. I'm gonna do this piece real quick for y'all, and I hope y'all like it. I'm not gonna sing, so relax. I can't sing. I see her in my dreams, my Caribbean queen. I wish she had the vision to see she reigns supreme. That's the truth I've always known. Pray she stays and never roams, cause her love is for my light and her strength is for her throne. She stares at her reflection, sees the face of their rejection, hating everything about herself, but that's just misconception. There's magic in my words, free your mind like a bird, more than pennies for your thoughts. I give my soul to be your world. Don't let the opinions of others dictate your destiny. Baby girl, you got all the power within you, and all you gotta do is believe in yourself more than anyone else. You see, they don't understand why you dance, queen. They just don't hear your rhythm. But it's time you show them. Let them feel the magic within your vibrations. You're a force to be reckoned with. Stop waiting for acceptance. Your time to shine is now. Just stay true to yourself and forever be my queen.
Oh, I saw her and she hit me like that.
I can't sing. I wish I could sing.
Wow, that was such fire, Jay! You rolled that beat like nothing, and then beat up.
I'm gonna get with Justin. Justin, learn the chords, and we're gonna do a duet. All right.
Justin, you heard that? You gotta learn the chords, Justin.
I got you.
They don't seem, I mean, I don't play the guitar, but they don't seem that hard.
Yeah, if I don't have to sing while I play it either, we got this.
Everybody, that was JRose. Make sure you follow her at my_crumbled_thoughts. You can find both of our information literally everywhere. So,
let me get the big face out the way.
I'll swap it. But we've had a magical evening so far. JRose just blessed us. Jay, I can hear myself doubling.
Y'all ready for the JRose J Grotto?
Tim says he's ready for the JRose J Grotto collab. So we're gonna have our guy all the way from Malaysia, bringing it back. I wanted to say before that C-Dubs, I believe, found out about us on Eventbrite or somebody, and what he did is he tuned in on Facebook, watched the show, commented. He was there like the whole night, and then towards the end of the night, he dropped the mic and he joined us all the way from Malaysia with some visual, amazing magic. And he's been a great supporter since. So we appreciate you, C-Dub, for tuning in all the time, and especially tuning in from all the way out there. We really do appreciate your support. It's really, it means a lot to us that you're here. So without further ado, let's give it up for C-Dub!
Hey, thanks very much. I've been around, not always dropping in when I could, but y'all looking good. I'm a little worried about the echo action today, so we'll see. And just another funny comment on the last performance. JRose was like, "Oh, you have Wi-Fi issues," because I went back and I watched it, and nah, man, I was all stressed out, so I was just pressing buttons, and I was literally shutting myself on and off. It was pretty.
Oh no!
So hopefully today that don't happen. I've practiced a little bit more.
You sound great right now.
Good. So hopefully we don't get any echoes happening, but we're gonna.
Silence persists, 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 silence persists. Your conversation wasn't meant for this. Played your game, but they made you miss. Your talk wasn't cheap. Cost you as a pacifist, dreams of a masochist. So tragic this classic twist, and good guys finished last. They knew the die was cast. They knew the die was cast. They knew you would die. It wasn't the season to listen to reason, to finally believe in not helping to weaken, supporting the poor. Forgetting the weekends, enough of the speaking of broken systems. Challenge existence of peaceful resistance, embolden your enemies. Lengthen the distance to your goals. Now lost souls whisper. Violence begets, violence begets, violence begets, violence begets. Silence persists, silence persists, silence persists, silence persists. Why are we like this? Why are we like this? Violence begets, violence begets, violence begets, violence begets. Silence persists, silence persists, silence persists, silence persists, silence persists. Why are we like this? High your right fist, high your right fist. Hand on trigger might make you a bigger figure. When we all pack it, we make a river. This is now, this is current, bringing you these gifts. Cause you fucking deserve them. Clip in, y'all. This your last ride. We ready to go? You ready to receive this knowledge? This retribution is solid. In the pool of blood, your body an island. Finally, I'm smiling. Maybe after a while, I find peace in your silence. No, I'm a virus, it's not some tide. Turning the tide, channel the animal. Finding a place for the hate inside. Ain't got no taste for the ways we try. Feeling okay if today we die. Violence begets, violence begets, violence begets, violence begets. Silence persists, silence persists, silence persists, silence persists. Why are we like this? Why are we like this? Violence begets, violence begets, violence begets, violence begets. Silence persists, silence persists, silence persists, silence persists. Why are we like this? Why are we like this? High your right fist, high your right fist. Violence begets, 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 violence begets.
Yo!
That was first of all, my man is over here something hard.
Yo, that was fire.
That was fire. I saw Tim like throwing bows and attacking Leah. Tim, I have you C-dubs. I have you muted because there's like an echo when we talk. So I'm gonna unmute you in 1 second. But do you produce your own beats?
I don't. That was actually done with some. I go to the International College of Music here in Malaysia, and that was done by two of the guys I go to school with. One of the guys lists a live oud on there. If you're familiar with an oud, it's a Middle Eastern instrument. So yeah.
Yes, yes.
Do you put together the visuals on the side though to go along with the song?
So that is, I chopped up some various content that's already out there and then assembled it to just be a background. Because I think when I've performed this in the past, sometimes the lyrics maybe are a little bit obscure, so I basically wrote it. I wrote it in February. My friends gave me this beat, and the first thing I thought of was actually Oscar Grant, which I actually don't have him in the video. But back in Oakland and the protests and the frustration and the sorrow, and then I actually wrote most of the song that day. And this was pre George Floyd, but it's not pre anything else, right? So yeah.
Yeah, that was that was amazing, C Dub. And I'm actually gonna slide into your DMs because do a collab. I have a poem that I would love to do something like you just did for. So we'll talk. But let's give it up for C Dub. Thank you so much for being here with us all the way from Malaysia. What time is it over there?
It is 9:47 in the morning, and before I
Oh
forget,
my God!
this will motivate me to finish it. But you have a poem, JRose, called Sapiosexual, I believe, or I don't know if that's the title, but that is the theme. And after I heard that, actually, I heard a beat later that day, and I have something going, and now that I'm telling you about it, now it's gonna really go, because you can't not do that. And by the way, the one last bit is on that song. I'm actually gonna be dropping that the fully produced version of that in like a couple days. I'm just waiting to get it back from peoples.
Well, make sure you tell us when it drops, and if you can, I know it's different with schedules, but whenever after it drops, whenever you can, whether it's next week or the following week, just try to jump back in if you can.
Yeah,
We would love to promote that for you and with you. So definitely bring that back after the official drop.
I feel like I can go hang out with C Dubs and we can go like record shopping and listen to hip hop like all day long. Like I love it. I love it.
Music up in this bitch.
All right, let's keep it going. We have what we got? Oh, that wraps up our first round. Holla. Okay.
That was a fire powerhouse first round. We still have a lot of people in the building. We're gonna bring it back for round two. We thank you all for being here.
If you're on Facebook or YouTube and you want to come back to perform, we do have some space in the studio, so come on in. If you want to do round two, there's gonna be like a lightning round, so try not to pick like your 8-hour piece. You know what I'm saying? Do like the quickie one. You know, when you just wanna do it real quick like that. And yeah, so we can wrap up.
Yeah. Well, while we situate the checklist, I'd be happy to jump on the mic if that's okay with y'all. Is that okay with y'all?
Yeah, do that. I'm gonna take care of the list right now while you do that.
All right, y'all. So, it's like the performer, as much as I love curating, the performer in me will always jump at every opportunity to perform. So I'm taking full advantage of this one. I'm going to do a poem here that you guys have definitely heard before. It is a love poem, and I wrote it for my boyfriend, who you guys have all met various times. And the thing about this poem that's special is that it was the last spoken word piece I wrote before the pandemic, and I didn't know the storms that were about to hit me and Tim and I, and we've dealt with losses for me. We've dealt with loss for him. We've dealt with pandemic. We've dealt with all of that in between. So it's just, even though I wrote it before, it just feels that much stronger now, which is why I love doing it. So without further ado, this piece is called Yours.
Yay.
Jay likes this one. All right. And then that alarm electrocutes me. I curse the tangible universe. How dare you deal me this king, then tear me away from his skin prior to sun peaks. Reality proves to mate well with irony. Defies all of the happy ending connections stuffed down our throats since birth. You see, we've discovered the work. You come from country, that of another, and that of our own, and you arrived too long. That initial evening conjoining guitar strings, I kept questioning, what's the catch? The catch is that I've become so attached that all pain points toward you as my medicinal man. The catch is that my intrigue in you is so grandiose that I, me, the most secure amid insecure seas, can't help but to question what in the good name of fuck you found in me. And the catch is you've never fully given yourself. A mechanical method engineered through the equations of lone wandering wolves. The catch is that I'm on edges of all kinds all of the time, peering over and into the unknown, emotions sporadic and shooting through my arms and through my successes and into your arms when the applause stops and I no longer want the wretched world to see the fillings of the silhouette, when the lights are so bright that my pores peel into aches, when the metaphors minimize and moisten into mold, when the relevance grows old, when the artiste can no longer please and all that's left is lengthy, listless LV. It is you who I wish to collapse onto, and majority of the time that's quite literally what I do. I give my 6 a.m. 60 seconds until my locks line your chest like backward wings. I can't help it. I'd rather run to work than miss out on your most majestic of movement, seemingly effortless like those irises, how they intoxicate me. I want to eat your philosophies. I swim in your knowledge, the vastness, the solidity. But you take two people who express opposingly and you're left with communication messes wherever you go. But best believe we go. I'll take the reactive strength that both hurts and heals when ensued by who you love most. I'll sit over smoke signals and configure puzzle pieces of schedules until my finger bones expire. Tire myself with misunderstandings stemming from misguidance because I'm rather missy eyelids than to miss more than a millisecond of sweet coexistence. I once told you I'd follow you into the unknown. I've already roamed the length of this city unaware that I was looking for you, my human home. Picket fences hands, windowsill as bone, plumbing as lungs, all locked doors sealed shut and left to be undone. Knowing the risk, I still took the fall, or rather the slip. I wasn't granted a choice anyway. We happened to one another. And now we muster muscles for what won't allow growth. I sweat through the work, but we glow. I glow. I welcome inevitable pain. I will it, prepare preventative methods for futures, and I love you when laid upon a hospital bed just as much as I will when you're seated on success's throne. What is ride or die? We transcend, we can fly, we have already flown. After eternal days of work and poetry play, you carry me off couches when I can't carry myself. Too many nights your screen blares in languages I can't comprehend, and I wonder, will your evening ever end? You don't seem to intend to finish until your work is done. It inspires me. So I'm fully prepared to proceed in rolling up sleeves, letting the dirt particles build up under fingernails as we create singular space among this unforgiving digital space that isn't kind to those who prioritize togetherness. The rainbows have left, but the butterflies remain. And perhaps persistence isn't so painful anyway. I mean, music brought us together and the notes proceed to play. I do hope the sheet of chords never dwindle. I pray the bass line perpetuates even when it's too loud. I hope the horns don't lack breath. I hope the keys never stiffen. I hope to be yours, only yours, until the sounds stop. And maybe even after that too. I'll work and I'll rise and I'll work and I'll rise, and you'll work and you'll rise, and we'll work and we'll rise, and best believe we go. Let the wretched world take note of this flow that I tow, of this flow that we know, that I know, that you know, that only we know. At the end of it all, we are inexplicable. always to the exhausted other end and into the unknown. And maybe even after that, too. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Every time, without fail. Oh, shit. What was that?
What did you break, Tim? What did you break?
There was no fire. We're okay.
Oh my gosh, I love that piece. You got one of my favorite lines in that piece. So.
Is it the Eat Your Philosophies line?
You already know. You already know. It's a fan favorite.
All right. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. I think our homie B needs to get out of here soon. So let's get V to the stage. Wait, Jay, who is on deck after V?
After V, we got Jay the Poet.
All right, so we got V, then Jay the Poet. Let's all give it up for V.
Yay!
Okay, so I have a short piece here. It's another one of my, all of mine are really kind of protest pieces almost. They're all about something kind of really important. This is another one about the LGBT community. I actually wrote this back in 8th grade for 7th grade actually for a poetry slam, then lost because a few of the judges were very against the fact that I was writing about LGBT rights in middle school. But that's okay. It made me finish the poem and work on it even more, so it helped the poem out. I just have been trying to find a good audience for it since that kind of
right here for you, girl.
A lot of my stuff.
My friend.
Yeah, but this part's pretty short because I accidentally deleted half of this poem, so I'm trying to fix it. But it's pretty short. Is it a boy or a girl? Oh, it doesn't matter. All we care about is it's ours. Forget about the latter. So why does it matter now? Why are you kicking your child to the curb? Because they don't run with the same crowd as when they were younger. Why does it matter that your son Justin was born a Jessica? Why does it matter that your daughter married another girl? They're your children. You should love them. You share a special bond. It doesn't matter if they're straight or queer or anything beyond. Your sexuality and gender don't change who you are. So don't use it as an excuse to bring them harm. I'm pansexual and non-binary, but that doesn't change anything about me. It doesn't make me a freak. It doesn't mean I'm going to hell. It just means I'm special in my own way, just like anyone else. This is not an excuse to discriminate. Land of the free, more like land of hypocrisy. To deny basic human rights and claimants for the country's safety, this was never about bathrooms, rather indecent human beings. We pretend that we've evolved, but we can't stand change. So we discriminate and hate against anyone that's gay. That's what I have so far. I accidentally deleted half of the poem.
I love that. You had that line, that hypocrisy line. That was dope. I was like, yo, bars.
Yeah. This was I wrote this right after the Pulse shooting, actually. So the second verse was about that. And I remember the first half of it, but I was like, that actually happened on my birthday.
Wow.
And I remember waking up to that news and I just sat down, and it was really interesting because we were on vacation at that point. We had gone on a cruise for my birthday. Because it was a combined thing of my birthday and my grandparents' 50th anniversary. I remember waking up to that, and I spent the entire first day of the cruise just pouring out everything that had happened into this piece. And then whenever I first presented it, I ended up, the first time I did Poetry Slam, I wrote this kind of piece that I half-assed and ended up winning. The second time I did Poetry Slam, I did this and almost got disqualified.
Well, this is a great space for a piece like that. That was great. Very powerful. Yeah. And I want you to finish. Get the rest of that poem back up there.
I will. I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, I gotta go now. Even though we're an hour ahead of y'all, I still have to get stuff done and then go to bed because I'm working tomorrow and my parents make me go to bed at 10.
Go ahead, responsible.
That's okay. V is our underage frequent performer. We love you, V. We'll see you soon.
Good night.
Good night. So we got, let's see. We got AC Lightning on deck, but coming to the mic right now, let's give it up for the Unblocked Journal giveaway winner. She is an amazing poet, and it's the other Jay in the room. Let's give it up for Jay the poet!
Yay!
Yeah. What's up? All right, so this one is called Mirror. I asked myself a series of questions, things I don't ask enough. Why was I laying in the bed in a shirt and panties, listening to endless stories I didn't care about? Trusting you to keep everything to yourself, pressing send over and over, again and again, and maybe one more time, a massage to pass the time. I don't like you the way you dream I would. I'm just here. I asked what is home when things aren't the best you end up finding or calling home. I asked what then. Why was that said a couple of months after our lips met after not speaking to each other for years? I asked what is home. Home could be 2 eyes and a heartbeat. Your 2 eyes and your heartbeat was my home until I realized you left. Your face will never be the same. Asked why my heart fell to the floor. Why I wanted my mom, but my sister became the shoulder to cry on. I asked why be my girlfriend sent butterflies to my tummy, knowing that's all I wanted. But those words later retracted with a, you're not ready. And I'm not sure you even want me when that's all I want. I asked why my clothes fell to the floor, my back against the bed, legs spread, no head, eyes closed to the point, get it done until the voice in my head said, you done? Made me realize I was over it. No point in being there over it. I asked why. That's it.
Wow. Wow. Yes, girl. And I love when you're reading from paper, like written, like you write, like with pen and ink and paper.
Yeah, that's draft 5 of that poem. It took me forever to write it.
Oh
Draft
my
5.
God.
If you guys could see, actually, you know what? I could show you. This is one draft packet. This is the thing I was talking about that I wrote for my friend, the whole packet. I have papers in front of me, like actual papers.
Oh,
right
you're
now.
so cute. I love it.
Oh my God, that journal is gonna be. It's gonna be a mess. Be prepared for it. I'm gonna add papers to it.
Bring it with you when you get it. When you get the journal, make sure you do some prompts and then bring it with you. For the next.
We're gonna do challenges too. Like we're gonna do unblocked journal challenges where Jay and I also participate. We all do something. We could all share it together. Maybe we'll even make a separate thing for that. We'll see what happens. But thank you so much, Jay, for being here. We appreciate you.
Yay!
Thank you for having me. It's been a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, but I'm happy to see you. Sometimes you need a break. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm glad you're back.
Okay, we're gonna keep it moving and grooving on Virtual Voices Friday night, the place to be, live from your living room or wherever you might be. We've had people tune in from California, from Jersey, from Houston, from Malaysia. We've had people from all over the place this evening and bringing nothing but heat. We love our community here. We got my guy, Justin J. Grata, on deck, but coming to the mic right now. Let's all give it up for the one, the only AC Lightning!
Yay! So everybody's talking about love and all that good stuff. I'm gonna do a love and sensational poem, I guess, right? I haven't done this poem in a while, and I think Jay and Leah, you might like this poem. So, yeah, let's get to it. I want to grab you by your waist, pull you in, tilt your chin up so I can see your stargazing eyes. Your stare as if love shine like diamonds. Tell you that you're really beautiful while I gaze at your body. I want to kiss your honey drip lips. Your value is a Mona Lisa. Even the greatest of silver can't outmatch you. I want to go on the wildest goose chase for you. And when I finally receive you, our love will burn passion. Mere love letters won't be as special as me touch the grounds of your poetry. I've been working on my tongue game for years since I started eating Jello. You grant me permission, I have you singing high like Adele when my tongue is singing hello. Every time we do it, I want this to be a mission. When you call me in to take the shot, I'ma go beyond the Call of Duty. Only you and me, advanced warfare as I love. We be so black ops. I'm just saying, I'm not leaving till the mission completed. When we kiss, our contact would be like supernova. Grab your love handles as I want to see how our love will handle. I chose you to be my forever love. Walk this path of holy matrimony. Our love is as if like a roller coaster ride. Go through the ups and downs, the flips and the loops. Have some laughs, fear, and at times she'll scream. For you to get a taste of this milk chocolate, my cocoa will make you feel so addictive. When it comes to being like Drake, I'll be the best you ever have. I'll come alive with the stars in the nighttime when our poetry is in motion. When you try to walk away from me, watch my fingers grab your underwear strap, pull you back in as you ride the lightning. By the time you get done, I want you to be having me speaking in tongues. I want to be seen shooting stars the way you have me head over heels. As Oedipus, trying to solve the riddle to get into your city where many have failed. I want that special access, the keys to your kingdom where I'm your king and I'm eating swell. Do you like soul food? You're a meal. I'm trying to eat you till I get so full. If I express my love to you, will you be so full? Let me play with your fiddle. Cause like the Oreo, I'm trying to suck the cream in the middle. I want to suck you dry till you come to your senses. I want to get a taste of your intelligence. I want to know who you are. I want a piece of your mind. So when I'm around you, I get peace of mind. I want to venture to your galaxy, ride along in your Milky Way. I want to hear your growing pains, jump into your juicy nectar, swim through your soul as I get to know you. This ain't no kids on the playground kind of love. This is grown folks talk. I'm not trying to have sex with you. This that I want to get married. This that I want to make love and get married to you. Marriage is the perfect time to get my last name tattooed on you. I don't need no legal documents to tell me how to love you. Contracts expire. This covenant is everlasting. When I feel the warmth of the sun shining on my face, I want to feel the warmth of your love when I see you. Every day, I want to smack you behind, cook you some good food. Oh, I want me a woman that'll make me a great dude. Oh, this is worth the moment I've been waiting for. Ooh, this ain't no 50 Shades of Grey. I'm going to make 50 years for like 50 days away. Oh, this that kind of love not to be taken for granted. It's not for any plaything to have because they cannot comprehend intimacy. This is for the one who is waiting in the rain to be my wife, AC.
Ooh.
I had to. Some might call it an erotic poem, but I wanted to challenge myself to do like a love sensual poem, and like I said, that's for whoever ends up with me. To get the
that was dope. I loved it. That was so dope.
Amazing. I love that.
Might be my new favorite.
Appreciate it.
AC's always bringing that heat. We love our guy AC. Make sure you follow him.
That's
everywhere.
a different side of you, AC.
Yo, these things you hear every week.
I remember the first time I did that poem. Actually, like the first 3 times I did that poem, folks looked at me differently. They was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Hold up."
Oh my gosh.
Fire.
Thank you for blessing us, AC. We got Shandy on deck, but coming to the mic right now. Let's all give it up for my guy, one of my best friends, JRose.
Might be a good time to unmute, eh? I'm gonna sing a cover by this band called the Brothers Osborne. I've been living upstate for a few months now, so I got a little country in me, I guess. But everybody's getting sexy tonight, so I guess I gotta sing a cute song.
We love the country sexy.
Yeah, all right, here it goes.
He's so cute.
Candles burning, ruby red. Sheets are falling off the bed. Run your finger through my hair. I know what you're thinking. Take me there. You hypnotize me with your touch, and I can never get enough of you. It's true. And everywhere you wanna go, my hand is only yours to hold. Oh, you know I'm so obsessed the way that your lips kiss me like crazy. Oh, you amaze me when you walk in the room. You've got me losing it. Yeah, I'm a mess. Girl, I confess, I'm so obsessed. Oh, oh, oh. Every time you walk away, I guess your perfume likes to stay on my pillow, on my shirt. Listen, baby, for what it's worth, I'm so obsessed with the way that your lips kiss me like crazy. Oh, you amaze me when you walk in the room. You've got me losing it. Yeah, I'm a mess. Girl, I confess, I'm so obsessed. Oh, oh, oh. So give it to me, give it to me, give it to me now. I'm so sad with the way that your lips kiss me like crazy. I'm gonna end it there.
I love it.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Those cute notes. You hit those cute notes.
Y'all are too
Justin, you're not allowed to text me anything about how you messed up.
Okay. Can I tell you now? There's a few times and
no, you don't have to because I just predicted it, so you're not allowed. So anyway, let's all give it up for Justin Grata. He is a poet, a musician. Make sure you follow him everywhere. I love that man. And we are going to keep it moving and grooving on Virtual Voices Friday night, the place to be. We got Shamello on Diggity Deck, but coming to the mic right now, returning to the stage. She is a force. Let's give it up for Shandy.
Yay!
Shandy's frozen?
I think so. She was just all in it too, like.
I know. She might have. We can skip over her and come back. She might have a poor internet connection. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving and grooving. Let's welcome Shamello to the mic.
Yay! Oh wait, hold on. Unmute yourself. There we go.
Awesome night. Everybody was awesome and everybody did their thing. I'm gonna do a little something different. I wrote a book called From Ghetto to Greater, which talked about some of the events in my life. I wanted to share one of the chapters with you. It's a chapter called Pro Voice. And this chapter talks about me and in a relationship many years ago. And me and my girlfriend, we had to make a very ominous decision. But the opinion that I'm going to give you is not mine and it's not hers. but it is an opinion. Well, I'm a prisoner in a prison awaiting a sentence. This is ignorance. I'm innocent. Can I see a lawyer? Mom and dad are the jury and judge, and you're about to see me sentenced to death for the crime of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I never asked to come here, no, not even once. I've only been here 3 months, but I'm sort of doomed in this water-filled room. My mother's womb's going to be my tomb. So listen up, listener. I'm the unborn prisoner, man. I could have been a doctor. I heard my daddy say just the other day as I was eavesdropping through mommy's stomach lining. He said a child and a wife would only mess up his life, cause pain and strife. He said I had bad timing. But it was his decision to send me on that mission overseas into mom's ovaries. He should have bought Jimmy hats before he rocked her. Who knows? One day, someday, I could have been a doctor, a lawyer, a preacher, a teacher, even a garbage man. This is garbage, man. They'll just throw me in the garbage can. But I'll just dwell in the cell, in the room, in the womb, in the tomb, awaiting my doom just like a convict. But I'm not guilty. They still want to kill me. This shit don't thrill me. I guess I'm just a temporary resident. I could have been the next black president. He should have thought and bought Jimmy hats before he rocked her. Who knows? One day, someday, I could have been a doctor. Now life in a jelly belly ain't that hard. I'm being molded and shaped by God. He gave me a wardrobe full of genes, chromosomes, hormones, and all those things. Now, I can hear mom thinking, wondering, am I a boy or a girl? To dad, it didn't matter as long as I left early. What a fool. How could I ever be a doctor if I don't make it to nursery school? Why me? Going through misery. I could have even been the greatest MC in history. Late at night when mom was feeling all right, she'll hum to me. And through this tube in my belly button, food is brung to me when I'm hungry. Yeah, like pickles, ice cream, or chicken. And while she's trying to sleep, I keep kicking. Pop should have never dropped his dick in. Now mom always gets sick in the morning. And me, I just wait for my untimely fate to get booted from a cell and executed. Meanwhile, there wasn't even a trial. He should have thought and bought Jimmy hats before he rocked her. Who knows? One day, someday, could have been a doctor. Now, fellas, keep your pants up. Girls, keep your legs closed. I know you got seduced with that sex pose, but when it's time to pay the piper, are you the type of guy that tries to be considerate, or will you say, yo, baby, just get rid of it? And girls, the same goes for you. You ain't exempt. You had a part in that sex event. Both of you cut out of school last period. Oh, now you missed your last period, girl. You say you're too young for a son or a daughter. So you brought yourself to the butcher, and he put you on a table, strapped your legs with a cable, and the executioner positions her. And I'll leave y'all with food for thought so that you can say that you've been taught. Now, as my life is ending, and I end this portion, what do y'all think about abortion? That's it.
I love that. That was a very graceful way to go about a very controversial topic. Very graceful way to go about a controversial topic. Seriously.
Yeah, that was very, very powerful. Wow.
That was
you have to like breathe,
Yeah, it's a lot.
It was. And I love that you ended in a question. Shamel, can you remind me again how you had heard about us the first time?
Actually, I didn't remember the last time, but I forgot it was Mika J. Woods, a good friend of mine. When I met her and I heard what she does, and she heard what I do, we became mutual friends immediately. And she told me about your platform. She spoke very highly of you, and I'm glad I got a chance to interact with you all.
Yes, I forgot to put up your information, so I'm gonna just pop it up real quick.
Okay.
Guys, please follow him, look for him.
Make sure you follow our guy Shamelo. One of the things I appreciate about you, Shamelo, is of course you bring amazing content every time, and your performance quality is unmatched. But you always make it a point to comment on the night so far, and how much fun you have here, and you always take the time to reflect a little upon the night and the other artists, and I think that is just so Beautiful. It's really it's just really A1 gentleman stuff and artist etiquette. And we love to hear you tell other people that you love to be here. So thank you.
Yeah,
No,
thank you.
it's actually a pleasure, and I've been working with artists new and old for 30 years in the music industry.
Wow.
And I try to.
It's coming from him.
It's it's a process, and it's a process that I can empathize with because I've been on both sides of the table, and I know it's not easy to do what we do. I get nervous. I had a lot going on even with my first set, so there's things going on in my mind as a poet and as an entertainer, and I know that this encouragement keeps us all motivated to go to the next thing. And after 30 years, I've had to reinvent myself every era. I didn't want to come on here sounding like Melly Mel. I could, but you have to reinvent the energy, not just the actual mechanics of it, but we have to push and promote each other in order for us to continue and to bring it. And what I was taught by my mentor was to take the information that was given to me and make sure I pass it on. But don't just pass it on. Remind the person I pass it on to pass it on to them. And you give them the same information, and that's how we continue to strive in this.
All right, you guys heard the gems straight from the master veteran's mouth himself. And this is somebody who's been in the game continuously. So we got nothing but love for you. Thank you so much, Shamela.
My pleasure.
It means a lot when we have a go up there like that. All right. So what is Shandy here, or is she?
No, she didn't come back, but maybe I know she was like trying from 2 different devices earlier. So let's not worry about it. We got one more performer to do our second round, and then we can wrap up for the night. I know you tired, Leah. You've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning. She went back to work this week, like actual going, not remote work, like going to the office work. So it's. I know that was a long week for you, girl.
Ironically, I do office management and reception for this like billion-dollar finance company in the city. And so I always say, like, ironically, that I work for the man and like capitalism funds my dreams. Because you need the paycheck to fund the arts, y'all. But I am like one of the only people in a company like that who's actually physically back in office. And so obviously that's been really hard for me. But what this week did, I said all that to say, what this week did remind me of being back in office is how when I was in office pre-pandemic, pre-trauma, grieving, is that these shows, and I say these including virtual open mics because it still is a show community, these shows, that was what got me through every day, these long ass hours and these busy days and this corporate life. And even today, like, I've been exhausted, but as soon as I got back home after today, I was just hype and ready to go. It brings you.
I'm not excited right now. I thought she would be tired. Sorry, I got a romper on. This is like TMI.
The worst, but no, it's just that like it gives you a second wind, and like you have these long days, especially now where like you really don't understand, and there's a lot of tension and stuff with going back to the office, and you're having a lot of confusion, and you feel like that's not your place or whatever and all that. But then you have something like this, and then you remember your purpose and you remember your place after working a week back at the office at corporate in the middle of a pandemic. So thank you guys, all those tuning in, all those rewatching, all those with us here performers. I just really want to say that this is very much therapy for me. I know JRose feels the same. It really gets me through every time. So
I need those like sound effects that like make you Like, oh, like
the audience on. All right, so coming from Malaysia tomorrow morning, tuning in from the future. Let's it up for our guy C Dub.
yay!
Y'all getting really excited, but I didn't expect to play anything else. Now the pressure's on. I didn't realize I was on deck, yo. I don't have anything queued up.
Oh shit. Do you can you put your mic up a little bit?
Yeah.
Do you
I would
can you put your mic up a little bit?
put my mic up.
Yeah, like the volume. Yeah, like the volume.
Yeah, I could probably do that, but what I'm telling you is I was not preparing to play another song right now. So
Oh,
I don't have
do you
anything
all
queued
right,
to
so
perform. I didn't realize you would put me up twice.
do you all
I
right,
appreciate
so
it. I appreciate it. I can dance. I can dance.
cool. So what we'll
around,
do
but I know I don't.
so what we'll do is I'll spit a really short piece. Do you want to do another piece or are you just hanging out?
I was just hanging out, but let me, do a piece and let me see if I can cue something up.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
we're gonna go. Sorry about that. We're gonna go to a commercial break while C Dubs does his thing. We're gonna do a shout out to one of our sponsors for the JRose experience. Check it out.
Whether it's tax season, the holidays, or whatever falls in between, you want to make sure that you're being smart with your money. So go visit my girl, Queen Candace, at the Queen Blueprint to learn how to gain your financial freedom. You could get a personalized debt payoff plan, a full financial overview, and learn to repair your relationship with money. Smarter money moves are waiting for you at www.thequeenblueprint.com or call 877-387-BLUE. Use code JRose20 for 20% off of all our financial services.
You like our commercials?
Woo!
All right, so we're just gonna wrap up the night, right? Is that what we're gonna do? Oh wait, Sandy just popped in. Let's see.
Yeah, we can.
Here I am.
Sandy, we close up the night, Sandy.
Yes.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, baby.
Oh my gosh. Jeez whiz. Okay. This piece I got is called The Mask. I think I might have done it once before. I want to take off this mask, reveal all of my insecurities, show you who I really am, give you a peek into my darkness, rid the demons that torture my soul, break down and let your light shine in, divulge all my hidden secrets, the truths that went untold. Trust you won't judge my sin because some secrets are a necessary evil. To protect your feelings for better or for worse, it's harder than I thought to be transparent. Remove the veil that prevents you from seeing the worst in me, 'cause you've seen the very best in me within. I want to let you see my naked soul and all the pain and fear I hold. And if I thought for a second that you'd love me still, after swallowing every dirty pill that I need to drop, I gladly regurgitate every single pound of this weight. For you, I would not forsake, not even one ugly detail. For this is the love we make. I shall not fornicate these words. I communicate to you there will be no more lying. I'm riding wide awake. I bear my soul for you to take. But this shit is not for free. It's not for the lighthearted. I'm here for what we started. Blurred lines on why we parted. When I take off this fucking mask and let you see who I really am, I pray that you would love me still. Thank you.
I love that piece.
Thank you.
Let me tell you, when Shandy comes up with her soft little sweet voice, and then she drops like a F-bomb, I'd be like, yeah.
Shandy, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but girl, I feel like I've heard you get more and more powerful, and like your voice has become more powerful every time you come back here. I feel like I hear you literally become more powerful.
This has really been a training ground for me, because I haven't really been able to get into the performance like I really been able, to the live performances. So this has really been my training right here, and to get me out of my shell. And you guys have been my audience. And I've been to Norican one time. I performed in Norican one time.
Well, you know, Andy, months and months from now, when everything is safe and we start having events and stuff again, girl, you coming out with us, money.
Yes.
You're making it on that stage. You're too powerful not to be heard.
I know, and you almost made me cry for real, because that, like, the two things that I'm constantly harping on when we do these events is like encouraging people to come. Like, people think that like they have to be professional performers and doing it for a long time. It doesn't always have to be that way. I encourage beginners to come here, and open mics are like what you said, training. They're like training grounds for you. And that's what you have
space for that.
Yes. So thank you.
Yes.
That, and the fact that we're your audience, and the fact that you come every week, just really shows not just your dedication to, like, supporting our, this platform, but also like your dedication to yourself as a creative and as a performer in your artistry. So, much love and respect for that.
And the fact that I'm able to look at, and to hear everybody else, and to look back at myself, to be able to look back at these things and see how I perform, each week. And I look at the things and I critique it, and I try to, get better each week.
Yeah. Girl, it does not go unnoticed. In the performer chat, Justin also said it. He said that he sees the improvement too. I don't want to say improvement. I want to say like expansion. Like
like evolution, like the development.
We just hear you increase with every week, which is amazing, because it was good to begin with. So we appreciate you. We appreciate all y'all. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me tonight.
Thank you for having this platform. Thank you.
Of course. I can't wait till we can actually be in person, but I really do enjoy like being able to connect with people outside of New York through this virtual. It's pretty cool.
And I think when when the smoke clears and things normal, I think that we are going to try to interweave this in our regular shows and everything. But I did want to have a quick little gushy mushy statement. And again, I wanted to thank my co-host JRose, who as you guys know, I love her to death, but she really has held me down through all this. I was talking to my coworkers today about the virtual open mic and everything, and I'm just very grateful for you, Jay. She holds it down with all the technicalities and everything else, and it's just honestly one of the few blessings with this whole horror story that has been the last 5 months has been really developing this best friendship with you, Jay, and I love you so much. I'm just very grateful for you. No, I'm not.
I want to cry. Like,
I was trying to build up on Shandy's tears that formed that in your eyes already. But anyway, we love you, Jay. We love you, performers. We love you, everybody watching. We're so grateful for you guys. It's really the best part of our week, and it's nothing but heat from all of you, honestly, from all over the globe.
Yeah. So, same. I mean, I don't have much to add to that. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, for all the performers that came through, for those of you that jumped in and out. And, don't forget to share it. It's going to be on Facebook and YouTube forever. So don't be afraid to share the link, show people that you performed. And, check out the links in our bios because we've got this amazing writer's block journal. Can I just show y'all, my favorite page? Do you know how long it took me to design this fucking page? Let me tell you.
Hours and hours on this, you guys.
The page alone is worth $20, all right? This page right here is an activity. It's a writing prompt activity. It took me so long to design this fucking page, just so y'all know. Now I'm getting real specific. And
we spent so many hours on Zoom, Jay and I, like putting this together for y'all, and she did a lot of the brunt work, but
I have to give a special shout out. I have a friend, his name is Santos. He is a digital graphic designer. He's so much better than me. Like, I'm trying to learn so much from him. And he actually did help with part of the design of the page. And he did, wait, how close do you?
That's good.
He helped me with this design. He sat with me on Zoom and taught me how to use Adobe Illustrator. So I have to give him a major shout. He wants to be like silent. He doesn't really want credit for the journal, but I have to give him, a shout out because, I couldn't have finished the design without his help. So big shout out to Santos. I love you, man. But that's it. I love you guys. We're ready to wrap up. I'm in this hotel room. My neighbors probably hate me right now. I've been quiet all week, and today they're like, now this bitch wants to fucking be loud. But anyway.
Tim's Apartments in Williamsburg, while V was up, we had a whole Black Lives Matter biking community come down in the middle of Grand Street with the hardcore protest. And I didn't want to interrupt her, but I so badly wanted to bring the computer to show you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. We got the video. We're all about the BLM movement, y'all. But again, thank y'all for being here. Try to get the Unblocked Journal if you can. And we will see you on next week.
Peace. Keep growing.
Y'all, we got.
Yeah, so cute.